What makes a desert beautiful is that somewhere it hides a well. Conference chair, distinguished guests, Toastmasters, good morning. I am providentially blessed and honored to present to you a Saudi Arabian engineer who mesmerized his audience with his lie and won their hearts to trust in that fake lie. It might be interesting to know that this great personality suffered from severe stuttering during his younger days. He brushed aside that weakness, taking up speaking roles whenever and wherever an opportunity emerged. He turned that weakness into a strength to jump onto the public stage without fear. He engages himself in the art of public speaking and stand-up comedy. He participates in several conferences around the world where he inspires his listeners to chase their dreams. Seeing the well in the desert, the wind blew away the sand of odds to expose this magnificent and enthralling speaker to the world of Toastmasters. He went through a strenuous period of 6 months through over 30,000 participants from more than 100 countries, walking clean through the illuminating rounds to win the Toastmasters World Championship of Public Speaking in 2015. He speaks about several topics such as coping with change, empowerment in the workplace, building the perfect team, the art of negotiation, and using powerful words when speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, to give us an educational session called The Race, please help me to welcome the 2015 Toastmasters World Champion of Public Speaking, the ebullient and distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Kathani.
So, back to what I was talking about, pride. Why are we proud of ourselves? Now, the answer to that question might be, as I said, a little bit harder to define. Allow me to take you back when I was a little young boy in elementary school. I used to be the top of the class, always number one. And throughout my early years in school, I was, always the smartest kid in the school. And it stayed that way all the way until high school. When I got into high school, I met my worst enemy. His name is Turkey. Now, Turkey was everything that I wasn't. Turkey was very popular with every kid in school. He was in the chess club, in the sports club, in whatever club. Me, on the other hand, I used to sit in the back of the class, all shy, all quiet. The kind of student that you look at and think to yourself, yep, he's going to grow up to be a serial killer. Yes. Turkey was a handsome young little man. On the other hand, Exhibit A. But it all came down to the first exams that we had after our first month or two in school. We finished our exams, and the teacher used to hang a piece of paper on the wall of the class that shows the top 10 students in the class. And when I looked at that piece of paper, his name was first, and I was second. Have you ever wanted to kill someone for no reason? I wanted to kill him. Why does this guy get to win and I don't? You know what? I'm gonna beat him next month. I worked extra hard. I did some extra curriculum stuff. I did whatever that I could do. And then at the end, they hanged the wall, on the wall, the piece of paper again. Turkey was first, and I was second. Again. You know what really bothered me though? He wasn't even trying. Have you ever had that student who just walk into the exam without even studying and score the high marks? And you wonder, why does that person gets to do it and I don't? For 3 years, I hated this person because he got it all. Fame, beauty, brains, and I got nothing. And I made it my absolute aim and my absolute goal to beat him somehow. We finished high school and now it's time to go to college. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always dreamt of becoming a medical doctor. So I applied into medical school and I got accepted. He applied to the same school that I was going to in a different major and he got accepted too. But then my dad got me a scholarship to go and study engineering in the United States. Do I stay in our small town or do I go study abroad while he rotten in this little university in our small town? You know what? Screw medical school. I'm gonna go to do engineering. So I went to the US and I studied for 4 years, graduated and came back and got a beautiful job working at an oil company. But during this entire time, in the back of my mind, I kept on thinking, whatever happened to Turkey? I called some of my high school friends, not him, because, you know, I can't stand him. So I called some of my high school friends and, hey guys, how you doing? Oh, we're doing great. By the way, how's Turkey doing? Well, you know, he finished his bachelor's degree and now he's doing his master's degree. Master's degree, you say? I see. You see, I've never wanted to even earn a master's degree, but now that he does, I have to win somehow. I went to my boss and I said, I would like to take some time off to go and pursue my master's degree. And he goes, dude, you just got here. We can't just let you go. Oh my God, I have to win some other way. I worked extra hard. I got promoted within only 2 years. I built my first house before I even turned 30. I bet he doesn't even have a house. I bought a brand new car. Life is beautiful. But again, in my mind, I'm thinking, I wonder how he is doing. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, we're doing great. By the way, how's Turkey doing? Well, you know, he finished his master's degree and now he's doing his PhD. PhD, you say? Why does he get to do what he wants and get to win and I don't? I have to find another way. I joined Toastmasters and I became the world champion and my speech is all over YouTube. I'm very well known now. I bet nobody knows who he is. But it all came crashing down about 2 years ago. I went to my small hometown to see my parents. And one day I was at a coffee shop, and as I was walking out of the coffee shop, I saw Turkey. I haven't seen him since high school. He smiled, he shook my hands, he hugged me. And then he asked me the question that I've been waiting to hear all these years. So, Muhammad, how are you doing? How am I doing? Hold on. Let me tell you how am I doing. And I started to tell him everything that I've done, the job that I had, the car that I drove. I even told him what my salary was. And with everything I'm telling him, I kept on looking at his eyes, waiting for that look on his face, the look that says, yep, I lost and Muhammad won. But to my surprise, with everything I've been telling him, he's smiling more and more. What's wrong with this dude? Why is he happy for me? He shouldn't be happy. And then after I finished all my accomplishments, I asked him, by the way, how you doing? He told me he finished his PhD and now he is a professor, or he teaches in the same university. Teaching. How much does that pay? He said, I don't really care about the pay. Ever since I was young, I've always dreamt of being a teacher, and now I get to do what I love. Every day is not even work. It's like I'm vacationing. Oh my God. He won again. But you know what really resonated with me is that my entire life, I was in a race with someone who wasn't even in the race. I built my entire life and future trying to beat someone who wasn't even trying to compete with me. I gave up my own dreams just to prove a point to someone who wasn't even there. He had his own goals and dreams. My fellow beautiful Toastmasters, earlier we saw the PQD award, and some of these clubs got awarded and some of the club did not. Even before that, we saw the contest, and some of you will win first place, second place, third place. Some of you will not even place. And you might think to yourself, the judges, it's all because of the judges. And I've seen people who actually quit Toastmasters just because they didn't win a contest or they didn't win a trophy. I've seen people who, before even the contest, they always ask themselves, what is the other contestants going to speak about? How can I beat them? The only thing they worry about is winning over someone else. And they didn't stop and ask themselves, why am I here? What do I actually want? You see, we all have a journey in life. We all want to achieve a goal, a target that we have. But sometimes we get sidetracked when we see someone that we might have kind of a competition with. We see them winning or achieving something that we ourselves might not even want to achieve. But now we make it our goal just because someone else will beat us to it. My advice for you, my fellow beautiful Toastmasters, is set yourself a goal. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? If somebody else achieved it before you, that's fine. Again, I'm not in competition with them. If someone that you felt a bit of a competition with is trying to find another goal or achieve another something, fine, that's their own life. But what do I want to get? Because living your life by someone else's standards is not really living. You'll find that you have given up on so many things that you actually wanted to do just because you wanted to prove a point. Just because you wanted to prove that I can do it, fine, sure, you might be able to do it, but is it what you want to do? Is it what you want to achieve? In this life, the only person that you are in a race with, the only person that you are competing with is yourself. And thank you so much for listening.